Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, June 17th. Well, today is likely to be the very first 90-degree day in Philadelphia, at least officially recorded at Philadelphia International Airport in South Philly. This is quite late for the first 90-degree day. In fact, it hasn't occurred this late in the season since 2003. The normal first 90-degree day in Philadelphia is around May 29th, somewhere in that time frame. So we are going to experience our first 90-degree day a little later than normal. This little heat wave here looks like it'll peak on Wednesday. Temperatures reach right around 90 degrees this afternoon, but then could jump into the low to mid-90s tomorrow afternoon. And there is a chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms to form Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York State later tomorrow into tomorrow night, as we'll be dealing with the approach of a cold front. Well, let's start off by looking at the 24-hour temperature change map. This from the Penn State EWOL site. Notice in the Mid-Atlantic region, quite a warm-up this morning compared to yesterday morning at the same time. In some cases, 14 degrees warmer this morning compared to yesterday morning. All of this bodes well for reaching 90 degrees in Philadelphia. We have, it looks like a full day of sunshine. Thunderstorm activity should be very limited today. High pressure still is under control as it moves off the East Coast. So we're starting at higher levels, and indeed it looks like this should be the first official 90-degree day this afternoon recorded in Philadelphia. D.C. has already had some 90-degree days, and today should reach maybe 93, 94 at Reagan National Airport. Well, here's a look at the current surface map. High pressure, again, is in control here in the Mid-Atlantic region, but it does continue to move slowly off the East Coast, pumping in some very warm air, and still should feature a full day of sunshine here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Lots of trouble out in the middle part of the country. There were severe thunderstorms yesterday out in the middle part of the country. Nebraska had some tornadoes. In fact, in one case, there were twin tornadoes, really just two tornadoes very close together hitting the same part of the state of Nebraska. This frontal system will slowly meander to the east, and it looks like our weekend winning streak here in the Mid-Atlantic region is in serious jeopardy. What will happen is a cold front comes through the latter part of the week, and then it kind of stalls out right in the Mid-Atlantic region over the weekend, and that should lead to more in the way of showers and thunderstorms this weekend, which, again, seriously jeopardizes our winning streak here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Well, here's a quick look at the current nationwide radar. There's a large batch of showers and thunderstorms across the Great Lakes region. It moved really from Minnesota across Wisconsin, now over Michigan and the eastern part of the Great Lakes. Most of this should head to the east and stay to the north of the Mid-Atlantic region. New York City has an outside shot at getting impacted by this late today or tonight. But for the most part, all of this moves into New England. We stay dry for the most part here in the I-95 corridor between New York City and D.C. with a full day of sunshine. Again, temperatures will jump up to the 90s in D.C. Should reach 90 for the first time this year officially at Philadelphia, and close to 90 within a degree or two of 90 degrees in Central Park in New York City later on today. Well, let's take a look at some computer forecast maps for the upcoming 48-hour period, beginning with this evening, Tuesday evening. Then we'll go in 12-hour increments to Thursday evening. This is all using last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. Again, high pressure sitting off the East Coast, for the most part controlling the weather, keeping us dry here in the I-95 corridor. It's not out of the question that up across northern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, into the New York City region, there's a scattered shower or thunderstorm late today or this evening. But for the most part, it'll be a day full of sunshine, and again, high temperatures in the 90s in D.C. and right around 90 in Philadelphia and New York City. Now here's a forecast map for tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, and certainly the weather becomes more unsettled tomorrow. It's very likely to be perhaps the hottest day of the week in D.C. and Philadelphia, with temperatures reaching the low to mid-90s in many I-95 corridor locations. One weak frontal system on the map here early in the morning in the east coastal region, but notice another front starting to set up here over the Great Lakes region with pretty healthy looking cool high pressure in Canada behind this frontal system. And this is where things will get interesting. Late tomorrow night, there can be the development of some strong thunderstorms, perhaps even on the severe side, primarily from the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, north and east. It looks like D.C. will avoid, for the most part, the threat for severe weather, but we'll monitor that, of course, as the day on Wednesday progresses. But this frontal system becomes a key player not only for the next 48 hours, but right through the upcoming weekend. Let's now jump ahead another 12 hours. Here's the forecast map for Wednesday evening, and here's that frontal system starting to make a little push towards the mid-Atlantic region. There can be some shower and thunderstorm activity late tomorrow into tomorrow night, possibly even on the strong to severe side, north and east of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. Temperatures tomorrow should peak for the week, perhaps in the low to middle 90s as far north as Philadelphia, and certainly that possibility exists in New York City as well. 95 looks like a sure bet in D.C. tomorrow afternoon. And here's the forecast map for Thursday morning. That cool frontal system sliding right into the mid-Atlantic region. And notice it's high pressure here in south central Canada. That will slowly move to the east during the latter part of the week. This frontal system ends up stalling out just in the southern part of the mid-Atlantic region. And again, that looks like that'll put some serious jeopardy on our weekend winning streak weather-wise here in the mid-Atlantic region, as the threat will return over the weekend for showers and thunderstorms. Let's jump ahead now to Thursday evening. Well, by Thursday evening, that frontal system drives all the way down to the southern part of the mid-Atlantic region, but the upper-level wind pattern will be pretty much parallel to this frontal system at this time, so this front will not penetrate any more to the south and east, and it looks like it'll kind of set up shop just to the south of the D.C. region. Friday itself looks like it may turn out to be a rather comfortable day, a pretty nice day, but then as this front starts to return to the north over the weekend, showers and thunderstorms are likely to return from the south to the north, and that looks like, again, it'll put our weekend winning streak in serious jeopardy here in the mid-Atlantic region. So the hottest weather of the season so far over the next couple of days. Philly should reach 90 degrees this afternoon for the first time this year, and the weekend winning streak for nice weather is in serious jeopardy here in the I-95 corridor. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist